Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday, November 4th, 2023. It's your homeboy Loafing to Go, man. We're going to be going over some news stories that's going on in our community. Okay. All right. So, the first thing that I want to talk about, the first thing that I want to do is I want to talk about the situation that happened with DJ Academics and Saucy Santana, right? Queen Latifah spoke out about that entire situation. And I just want to go over what Queen Latifah had to say, man. All right, so a post was posted on the internet from Queen Latifah, and it read this. It's crazy to me how DJ Academics is crying scared to say anything to Saucy Santana because he's a gay man and he's scared of getting canceled. But he says some of the most outlandish, vile, disrespectful, and demeaning things to black women with absolutely no fear whatsoever. Brings me back to Malcolm X's quote: the most disrespected, unprotected, and neglected persons in America is the black woman. Wow. She got a lot of kudos for that post. Queen Latifah did. She got a lot of kudos for that post. But my thing is, why are you speaking on DJ Academics, Queen Latifah? The black woman right now, today, is the woman that's getting trafficked the most, that's facing domestic violence the most. The black woman is the woman that don't nobody appears to care about. But you chose to speak out on DJ Academics and Saucy Santana only because you are a gay woman and Saucy Santana is a gay man. So this hits you hard. Now I understand it. I understand, right? What he said about Erica Badu, DJ Academics, man, that was some foul shit. That little confrontation they had going on, that was some really, really disrespectful stuff going on with DJ Academics and Erica Badu. Why you didn't stand up then? See, this post right here is not to stand up for the black woman. This post right here is to stand up for Saucy Santana, a gay man. Now, Saucy Santana said some shit that was foul and nasty and dangerous. He said he wanted to knock DJ Academics out and take DJ Academics booty, right? Now, looking at that, you say, damn, Lo, how could Saucy Santana say something like that? So foul, so disrespectful, so out there, right? And the thing is, it's somebody that's just like Saucy Santana. It's a young man in some prison or in some camp or wherever they at. It's a young man that's just like Saucy Santana that's getting the same exact treatment that Saucy Santana said he wanted to do to academics, right? We need to speak up about that. Now, I know y'all think Queen Latifah, man, she's a black woman. She's proud. She's UNITY, all of that type of stuff. But that's not true, man. She only speaks up when it comes down to gay issues. She's not speaking up on regular black issues, man. Black women's issues, she's quiet on. But let this gay dude stand up and say something. Oh, wow. Here come Queen Latifah out of nowhere, man. See, y'all thinking of her as Khadijah from Living Single, man. But really, she's Cleo from what's the name of that fucking movie? With all them girls was in it, her and Jada Pickett. It's funny how all them girls in that movie, man, is weird as hell, man. Queen Latifah, she's gay. Jada Pickett Smith, she's a fucking nutcase. What's the other one name? The one that was with 50 Cent. She's crazy as batshit. She still wants to talk to 50 Cent. And 50 Cent to moved on, got him a new girl, all of that stuff. But she still is in love with 50 Cent. See, what's going on here is she's throwing this black woman stuff up. But like I said, she's not speaking on black women's issue. What about all the trafficking of black women? Why are you not speaking up on that? Why are you speaking up when a gay man disrespects DJ Academics, where do you stand with Hussein Campbell? And he said that one of your friends, I assume one of your buddies, Africa Bambaataa, took his ass when he was a young boy. Knocked him out and took his ass, right? They want the bussy. But it's just crazy to me. And I just found that weird that all the issues that's going on with the black woman, she decides to speak on the gay man when the gay man stands up. Because that's the community that she represents. She represents gay community now. She used to represent the black community, but now she represents herself in the gay community as a separate entity. All right, man. I'm gonna just tell y'all that was some foul stuff, Queen Latifah. You could have kept your comment to yourself. If you ain't talking about the young lady that got hit with the brick allegedly in Texas, you ain't talking about that violence against black women. You talking about a gay man standing up for two chicks saying that he's going to do the exact thing that happens to plenty of gay boys. He's going to do the exact thing that happens to plenty of gay boys to another man. And I want to see that fight. Academics and Whack 100, they actually had a gay, I don't know if he was a gang member or whatever, but they had a gay guy, and he said that he want to fight Saucy Santana. But if I was Academics, I would want to fight him. I would want to put hands on Saucy Santana, but he would have to take a HIV test before we fight, right? Gloves on, gloves off, it don't matter. I want to fight him. But make sure he take an HIV test just like Janet Jackson did Tupac, because I don't trust him, man. I don't trust him at all. And that's what I just had to say about this situation, because how dare you say that you're going to grape DJ Academics, man, knowing damn well all of those gay boys are out here getting graped every single day, the same way that you just described how you would do DJ Academics. And my thing is this too. It probably happened to Saucy Santana. That's probably why he's a gay man right now today. But tell me how y'all feel about that in the comment section. I just had to get that off my chest, ladies and gentlemen. So right now we're finna get into some news stories, man, overnight stories that happened, right? And the first story we're gonna get into this one, man. If y'all remember this from the other day.
Good afternoon. I'm Mary Calvi.
Now, y'all remember this from the other day? Let me get my headphones, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Had to get my headphones. All right, so the other day in New York, a father and a son was shot and killed by the neighbor because allegedly they was making too much noise upstairs. The neighbor went upstairs. He had his gun on him. The father ran up on the neighbor with a pair of scissors, stuck him to his throat. But the neighbor messed up by shooting the father when he turned his back. He shouldn't have did that. He should have shot him when he ran up with the pair of scissors. He would have been hailed as a hero. But he waited for him to turn his back. Then he started shooting. Ended up killing a kid, a teenage boy, and killing the father as well. So we got an update with that particular story. And the update is that the man who killed him, the neighbor who killed him, who was on the run, he was shot by police, shot and killed. Let's check it out.
On CBS 2 and streaming on CBS News New York, we begin with a deadly end to a 3-day-long manhunt in Brooklyn. Police shot and killed a man they say fatally shot two of his neighbors on Sunday. CBS News' John Diaz joins us now live from the scene in Bath Beach, Brooklyn. John.
Yeah, Mary, we want to get you right out here into the action as we zoom down live down Bay 44th Street here and try and show you the car where officials say this suspect was hiding inside. Police say they are still awaiting a search warrant on the vehicle to see if the weapon allegedly used to kill two people on Sunday is still inside this vehicle. But we can tell you that police say the gun was.
Why do they need a search warrant for the vehicle if the man hopped out the car? They seen him in the car, hopped out the car, and they killed him. He ran up with a knife or whatever, and they killed him. So why do they need a search warrant? They can snatch me up out of my car anytime they feel like it. If they say, "Oh, we smell weed," so if y'all suspect of me smelling like weed, y'all can just run up in my car. But if y'all suspect it's a murder weapon in his car, we gotta wait for a search warrant. Something just ain't right with that. But let's continue. They don't need to cross no T's or dot no I's. The man is dead. He hopped out the vehicle. He was a wanted suspect for a murder. They was looking for that particular vehicle. So why do they have to wait for a search warrant? Just run right up in the car, right?
Not registered to him. Evidence cones are scattered throughout the corner of Bay 44th Street and Harway Avenue, with numerous police investigating. The scene much calmer now, moments after police say a wild encounter with a murder suspect ended deadly.
They established dialogue. They spoke for a few minutes. And then at a point, the male who was armed at a knife lunged at one of the officers, causing the officers to fire for their own safety.
Police say the person they shot was 47-year-old Jason Pass, a Brooklyn man who was on the run after allegedly shooting his two neighbors dead Sunday. Chief of Patrol John Schell says while a hostage negotiation team was on its way, officers on scene tried to talk to Pass for 15 minutes before he says they were forced to shoot him 4 times.
Excuse me. All right, man. Tragic situation. Condolences to the families of all of these men right here. 47 years old. Killed the father and the son for noise complaint. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. The man, you should have just moved out the apartment building. Should have just moved. Should have complained to the landlord. Maybe he could have found you another apartment someplace else, or maybe you should have just packed up your shit and left. This was not worth it. All of this bloodshed, all of these black men dead. 47 years old, man. That man looked like he's a working man. He didn't look like a thug. He didn't look like a street nigga. Because a street nigga, more than likely, would have brought some baseball bats up there and a couple of goons before he would have shot and killed them just for making noise. I'm going to bring these dudes up here. We're going to knock on your door. We're going to fuck you up because you're making too much noise. But the other guy was a bus driver. This guy, they still ain't told us what his occupation was. It's just said all the way around the board, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. You should have moved. Now you're dead. Your family got to grieve for you. Your family got to feel bad for you. And you then took away a father and a son, my brother. It just didn't make any sense for this to happen. Maybe if the landlord would have took the complaints serious, maybe if the man would have just moved, man. That was the most simplest thing. Let me get up out this apartment building. We living in a piece of shit apartment anyway, right? But he's dead now. He's dead now. Let's continue.
Basically saying this, what's happening today is not going to end well.
Police say they used a license plate reader to find out where Pass was and found him in his black Honda CR-V.
They captured a plate on a black car indicating that the car, and we now know the occupant of that car, were wanted for a double horrific homicide. As they exit their police car, they walked up to the car. The male jumped out of the car with a knife in his hand and took off running.
Police allege Pass killed his upstairs neighbor, 47-year-old Vladimir Mathurin, and his 27-year-old stepson, Shinwa Mode, after...
Oh, damn, I thought it was a teenager. That nigga was almost 30 years old. 27. They all living in an apartment making all that goddamn noise. I thought that was a teenage boy. But 27 years old, and his father was 47, a bus driver. That's what I'm saying. Both of these black men look like productive citizens in society. This guy right here that did the killing does not look like a thug or a criminal, man. He looked like a man that had too much. He had enough. What Popeye used to say, that's all I can stand and I can't stand no more. Y'all keep on making that noise. I done told you time and time again. But like I said, man, you should have just moved. You should have just moved. According to the police, he told the cops when they pulled up on him, this is not going to end well. I wonder, did he run out of bullets or what? Because he hopped out with a knife. He wanted to die after what he did, man. He thought about it, probably got hella drunk, and he wanted to die after what he did. This is just the update, y'all. This is the update, man. He's dead now. The father and the son is dead, and the person who killed the father and the son also subsequently died by suicide by a cop. Our neighborhoods, it's terrible. It's terrible. But like I said, man, New York is known for having apartments. And if you can't stand your neighbors, you need to get the hell out. You need to move to another place, another residence, maybe move out of town, move to Brooklyn where they got houses at. I mean, well, he's in Brooklyn, but move to Queens where they got houses at. Something like that, man. You didn't have to take it this far.
Having ongoing noise disputes. The incident happening 5 miles away inside their.
See, right there, you can see the father putting a pair of scissors to the man's neck. That's when he should have shot him. That's when he should have shot him. He shouldn't have waited on the man to turn around and walk off. He should have shot him right there. Pushed him back and shot the shit out of him. He would have been a hero. But nah, he did it the wrong way. He did it the wrong way. And that's what happened. Now, I don't think that murder is the answer. But when you walk up to somebody and you got a knife or you got a pair of scissors at their throat, that gives them the right for self-defense. This man did it wrong. That's what it was. He did it wrong. This dude gave him the perfect alibi. He probably would have been locked up for having a gun because you're not supposed to have guns in New York. But at the end of the day, I think the jury would have found him innocent of murder.
East Flatbush apartment building. So neighbors in Bath Beach are shocked it escalated to their neighborhood.
To know that this took place right on the corner of my house at the time where our children are going to school makes us feel very uneasy.
Now, a live look back out here at the scene. It is still unclear why Pass was hiding out in this section of Brooklyn. If you knew someone in the area possibly, or if hiding in this car this entire time. Those are questions that we asked police during those press conferences. However, they tell us that this is all part of their ongoing investigation. So keep it here with us. We'll continue to keep you updated. But for now, we are live this afternoon from Bath Beach, Brooklyn. John Diaz, CBS 2 News.
John, thank you. Good afternoon.
Tragic. Tragic. Whole entire situation just tragic, man. Could have been avoided, but I guess the guy felt like nobody was there to help him. Nobody was there. He had no other choice but to be that angry and to kill a 27-year-old man and a 47-year-old man. It's just tragic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about that particular story. All right, so we're going to move along just a little bit. We're going to keep with the news. We're going to move along. All right, so have you ever been in the system? Have your kids ever been in the system or anything like that? Nah. Let me pull this up real quick. All right, so if your kids are in the system, you could do some things that you normally wouldn't do, especially if your kids, they talking bad about the people that are fostering them, or they got a dispute with the people. It could be, mommy, I want to come home. I don't want to be here. Now, I didn't watch this story, so I'm gonna watch it for the first time with you guys. And this is it says new video shows woman running over son's foster mom during child custody dispute. All right. So let's check it out.
A custody handoff between a mother and her child's foster parents comes to a violent end when that mother gets behind the wheel of a U-Haul pickup and runs down the foster mom in a Target parking lot.
511 officers help, shots fired, the target.
A police officer's body cam capturing it all. The security camera also capturing the sudden explosion of rage. The child's mother speeding through the parking lot, striking the foster mom and nearly hitting officers nearby. LAPD officers quickly running to their cruisers and initiating a pursuit.
Partner, where are you? Get in the car, get in the car.
It all began earlier in the evening with a call to 911 from the foster father.
I have a mom who's taking a child that I have custody of, and I need help because she's getting ready to get into a car and drive off. She's starting the vehicle up right now. Okay. And she's driving the engine, and she has them in a car with no car seat. Please. And is she the mother of the child? Yes.
Harbor units, your family dispute at Harbor and Swinford. Harbor and Swinford is now a citizen following a kidnapped suspect. Suspect is in a U-Haul pickup, a Chevy Silverado.
Responding officers were able to intervene in the custody dispute and talk to that mother.
Because I'm upset, that's why. So
Black woman, man. You know, black woman. How did I have this feeling? I never seen this news story, didn't know it, but it's a black woman involved. Her emotions went too far. This could be attempted murder. Now, she could have had the chance to get her child back. But now what's going to happen? Now what's going to happen? She's definitely not getting the child back, and she's going to do some jail time. Was it worth it? That's all I got to say, black folks. Was it worth it in the end? Tell me in the comment section what y'all feel. Let's continue.
keep telling me to calm down. You can't keep. That's why I said, can you call somebody that can negotiate all of our situations so we all leave fair, so no one just cause no more commotion.
I'm trying to do that.
This is a hazard.
After a lengthy discussion, police took the 5-year-old boy and turned him over to the foster parents. The boy's mother then got in her truck, appearing to drive away, but moments later she turned around and hit the gas.
Oh, hey!
That's when the pursuit began.
She's picking up speed at channel, or it's going to be eastbound channel towards Gaffey.
That pursuit traveling at extreme speeds on San Pedro neighborhood streets.
They just feet into the curbs. Hey guys, coming back after the officers, coming back to Gaffey off of, I believe this is Shepherd here.
Moments later, the fleeing driver slammed.
Damn, she whipping that motherfucker, man, but she ended up crashing, traffic collision to a parked car. She was whipping that motherfucker. Hey, look. You cannot do this, man. You cannot do this. You gotta think. You gotta think. Now what's gonna happen? Your ass gonna be in jail for attempted murder on a police officer. You hit the lady. You ain't gonna get your child back. You just showing the courts that you aren't able to parent right. That's what you're showing the courts. Black woman. And I had the feeling she was black. It seemed like some black shit. Or Latino, but she was black. I didn't know what she was. I just saw the title and thought you guys should be able to see this and see what's going on in society today. Let's continue.
Slamming into a tree. Pursuing officers, then approaching the vehicle with great caution and then taking the woman into custody without further incident. 39-year-old Maisha Scott was taken to the hospital for treatment of injuries suffered in that pursuit crash. After her release from the hospital, Scott was arrested and charged with 2 counts of attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer, and felony evading. Incredibly, the foster mother who was run down in the Target parking lot was not seriously injured and was treated and released at the scene. Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more.
Damn, she was treated and released at the scene? At the scene? I'm telling y'all, man, stop fucking with people's kids. Stop fucking with people's kids, man. Tragic situation. Like I said, that mother will be charged with attempted murder. That's what the charge is going to be. Attempted murder. Now she ain't going to never get the child back until he's 18 years old. And they might hide the child now. You feel me? They might hide his ass. They might not never tell her that she can go and pick up the child. You know, let's just use your head, ladies and gentlemen, use your head, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So I got another story I want to talk to you guys about, right? And this is tragic as well.
We're told that a 60.
Wait, hold on. This tragic as well. Woman, 67 years old, found dead inside of a box at a Brooklyn apartment. Brooklyn apartment. 67-year-old woman. Let's get it.
We're told that a 67-year-old woman who lives in an apartment in this building here on Linden Boulevard was found unconscious and unresponsive inside her apartment. But even more horrifying, police say her body was actually found inside of a box. We're now learning that investigators are questioning a 30-year-old man in connection to her death.
Body found inside of a box? What type of box? A moving box? I don't know, man. This just seems crazy, insane. Let's continue.
Now, police say they responded to a 911 call of someone hurt or injured, and that's when they discovered the woman in that box in her apartment.
Who called 911 saying that a woman was hurt or injured? Who called 911? Did the neighbors hear a noise from upstairs, downstairs, whatever? But somebody had to call 911. I want to know that. Because this woman was found dead in a box, a 67-year-old woman. Why was she in the box if you killed it? They was trying to dispose of the body, I guess. I guess they was trying to pick her up and take her up out the house and do whatever they was going to do, burn it, whatever, make it look like somebody else did it. I'm not sure. But this is insane, man. Tragic. 67-year-old woman found dead inside of a box. What type of fucking box?
With head trauma. At this hour, it's not yet clear exactly how she got there, but the medical examiner will determine her cause of death. Now, this all happened just after noon, according to police. We spoke to some neighbors who said while they don't know the woman who lives in that fourth floor apartment, they are appalled that something like this happened so close to home.
Creepy. I've never heard of something happening like that.
See, this is what I'm saying. Black people, this is happening in our community. And we got Queen Latifah standing up for a gay man. You know what I'm saying? Standing up for the gay community. She's not talking about these stories right here. Y'all got to come to me to hear what's going on in the community. She want to talk about some celebrity shit. This is real life, Queen Latifah. This ain't celebrity shit. I understand that you upset with DJ Academics, but this is the black woman's plight right here. This is what's going on with black women. And you talking about some bullshit.
Very concerned because I usually get home late around this time.
To find out that someone, especially that old, just like randomly just shows up in a box dead, like how did it happen? And then for me, it's just like a whole bunch of other questions. Yeah, it's very shocking. And like to know whether or not, like if she had family and if they found out or, and how they would react, like my heart would go off.
Hey, that nigga look like he the one who did it. That nigga right there look like he did the shit. For real. He looks suspect as fuck. But a 67-year-old woman found dead inside of a box. What was they finna do with that goddamn body? That's what I want to know. What were they finna do with that body? That's all I want to know. All right, we got to move on, though. Rest in peace to that woman. Condolences to the family. But we can't keep going through this shit. And we got our celebrities talking about other celebrities and shit. No, let's talk about the relevant, real shit that's going on in our society. And then say the black woman is unprotected. But don't stand up for the gay community if you're not going to stand up for the black community and mean it. All right, so moving on a little bit, right? Moving on just a little bit. We're going back to Chicago, man. We got to go to Chicago. And everybody know we got a migrant crisis going on in Chicago, right? Migrants are everywhere. It's getting cold. We got to do something with these people. They're trying to build these tent cities so that they can live in. But we got to do something with these people because it's going to be freezing outside. And, Chicago weather gets pretty goddamn cold. All right, so this is about a shelter being built in a particular community. Let's check it out.
The drumbeat is getting louder in the Brighton Park community by opponents of the city's plans to put a migrant base camp at a vacant lot at 38th and California. The city signing a lease last week to pay the property owner more than $90,000 a month to use the space.
Damn, they finna pay $90,000 a month for a vacant lot that a person wasn't getting nothing for last month. Now he's finna make $90,000 a fucking month of taxpayer dollars for these migrants. But you know the crazy part? Look at those people that's protesting this shelter. Look at those people. This is a Latino neighborhood. This is a mainly Latino community. They don't want them there. And they trying to shove them down the black community's throat. Look at these people. It look like some of them are Asian, but a lot of them are Latino. They don't even want their own people there. Let's look.
Members of the community demonstrating against the base camp this afternoon after filing a lawsuit against the mayor and the city requesting a preliminary injunction to block the plans from going forward.
They trying to hide their faces, man. This is a fucking Latino community. They don't even want them there. But y'all trying to force the black community to do the same thing. And we not going for it neither. Because you know what happens with these people? A lot of them ain't Mexicans. Now, we got Mexicans and Puerto Rican neighborhoods in Chicago. A lot of those people are from Venezuela and other Latin American countries, right? So they're going to start coming together after a while, building gangs, taking jobs away from the already impoverished communities of the black and Latinos. That's the thing they don't tell y'all about. They got all them black faces going against it. But they're not showing y'all these Latino faces. They're not showing y'all the white faces.
What they're doing because they didn't give us the opportunity, the chance to speak out our voice. All of a sudden, it's one, two, three.
Ricardo, that's a Latino name. Telecaso, that's a Latino name if I ever heard one. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the thing. That's the goddamn thing. They want these people in our community, and we're not supposed to be able to say nothing because we black and we're supposed to be Democrats and we're supposed to follow behind the mayor, and he's going to Washington, D.C. to ask for 12, 13, 14 billion dollars. You know what I'm saying? Asking for all of this money for them. But we can't get shit. We can't get nothing. We can't even have school supplies. Our people are living in poverty. These Mexicans and Latinos do not want those people in their communities, taking away resources, taking away their tax dollars, especially the second generation Mexican Americans and Puerto Ricans, the ones that's born and raised in America, born and raised in Chicago. They grew up a certain type of way. Now they got these migrants coming there doing that migrant shit. No, they don't want them there. They don't want them there. So why should we, as the black community, why should they expect us to want to open up our arms, our houses to these people? Y'all got to figure out something else. I feel like they should go to a Latino community. Maybe they need to build a community outside of Chicago where there's plenty of vacant space. Not what people are already at. That's what's going on. Build that tent shit over there by fucking commercial someplace, all the way by the lake in the back. You know, build it where it ain't no other people at. Then y'all can have as many migrants as y'all want back there.
There's a contract, it's signed, you got no say so.
I'm the taxpayer. I have a right to know what's going on in my community, but they did tell us nothing.
The lawsuit claims the site is contaminated and unsafe for migrants or anyone else.
Now, what this lawsuit is asking is that we don't have this location as a shelter, that we do environmental testing, we do environmental remediation, and before we use this location for anything, it should be safe for use.
Earlier today, a judge denied a request from residents in Westtown to block a shelter from opening up in their community. Mayor Brandon Johnson brushing off concerns about legal action potentially delaying migrant shelters or base camps from opening up.
And look, my concern is the fact that we have pregnant women who are sleeping outside, that we have children laying on floors.
Attorneys are hoping to be in court next week to ask a judge to grant their preliminary injunction. They believe there are compelling issues that should put a hold on a base camp being set up here.
Watch breaking news on YouTube.
Wow.
Subscribe.
Latinos don't want their ass in their community. You know, Latinos do not want them in their community, and they trying to shove it down our throats. That's crazy. We got this black mayor, a blackface, in office, and he's going to get $13 billion and give it to these people. $13 billion. First thing he do. All right, man. We're going to stick with Chicago. We're going to stick with Chicago. And this is something that's sad that's going on, man. The crime in the city is just fucking outrageous. Fucking outrageous, if you ask me. That's why I had to get the hell up out the city. That's why they don't want more people from these poor countries coming out to our city. Because all they're going to do is they're going to gain numbers. They're going to figure out how to move through the city. They're going to figure out how to commit crime in the city. And that's what's going to happen. Not all of them. Not all of them. Just some of them. Some of them. They're going to have to build gangs because people are going to be fucking with those people. So it's going to be a whole shift. It's going to be a shift. All right, let's go to this next story, man. 10-year-old boy hospitalized after shooting on south side of Chicago. What y'all think happened?
Well, it's certainly a devastating situation here at Comer Children's Hospital. The family telling us tonight that the 10-year-old boy is currently in surgery right now here with a gunshot wound to his chest. Now, again, police tell us that this shooting happened near the 1100 block of East 91st Street earlier this evening in Chicago's Burnside neighborhood. Now, Chicago fire officials say when they arrived to that scene, the child had already been taken to the hospital in a CPD squad car. We did see some shell casings on the ground there, some of them near an alleyway around the home. Community activist Andrew Holmes caught up with the family within the last hour, and they told him that the 10-year-old boy was inside his home when police say 3 offenders fired shots at the house. They say that there were other children inside, but the 10-year-old was the only one shot. Holmes talked to us about what this family is going through right now.
In shock, trying to make sure this baby survived, because this may be a small 10-year-old. So they're just trying to make sure that this baby survived and also that he healed from his wounds.
So the parents anxiously waiting for an update. Right now, police have not provided details on the circumstances of the shooting and what led up to it. No one has been arrested.
Watch breaking news on YouTube.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man, that was tragic. Assailants firing shots in the house. Not caring who's in the house. They didn't care who was in that house. So if it's older people in the house that's doing shit outside on the streets, and then they go back to that house and there's kids there, we know how those situations is in our communities. That was bogus. That was bogus as hell. Prayers for that child for a speedy recovery. I really appreciate you guys for joining the show. Make sure y'all leave them comments in that comment section. I'll be back later with more news and commentary, man. The overnight hour news with your homeboy Loafing to Go. Peace.